Welcome to the Fact You Need to Know channel, where we share stories about the geography and culture of countries around the world. With a small territory and very low per capita income, Tajikistan is known as the poorest country in Central Asia, with 26% of the population living in poverty and 11% living in extreme poverty as of 2019. Essentially, this is an impoverished, backward, and resource-scarce country, but it is extremely famous for having many beautiful women. In this video, let's explore the hidden story of this Central Asian country. Tajikistan's full name is the Republic of Tajikistan. It's a landlocked country, located in the center of Central Asia, and shares borders with Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, and China. Tajikistan has a relatively modest land area of only 143,100 square kilometers, ranking 94th in the world, and is home to nearly 10 million people. Despite being the smallest country in Central Asia in terms of size, Tajikistan surpasses all its neighboring countries in terms of altitude. More than 90% of Tajikistan's terrain is highlands and mountains, with about half of it lying at altitude over 3,000 meters above sea level. The highest mountain peak in Tajikistan is a mountain called Ismail Samani, with an elevation of 7,495 meters. Despite being landlocked, Tajikistan has an incredibly dense river network, with over 900 rivers, longer than 10 kilometers, flowing across its territory. After separating from the former Soviet Union and becoming an independent nation, Tajikistan national flag was officially adopted in 1992. The flag consists of 3 stripes: red, white, and green. At the center of the flag is a yellow crown and 7 stars arranged in an arc shape. The red and green stripes are equal in size, while the white stripe is wider. The red color symbolizes the sun, victory, and unity. The white color represents snow and ice on the mountains, as well as the moral purity of the Tajik people. The green color represents the natural wealth and lush valleys of the country, and also symbolizes the strong belief of the people in Islam. The crown on the flag represents the Tajik people. And finally, the 7 stars symbolize the importance of the number 7 in the country's tradition, representing happiness and perfection. Located in the eastern part of the country, Dushanbe is the capital and largest city of Tajikistan, a place still quite unfamiliar to us. Currently, it is home to over 800,000 residents. In the native language of the Tajik people, Dushanbe means Monday. This name originated from the 17th century, when Dushanbe was a small village known for its weekly Monday bazaars where people gathered to exchange goods and food. In 1924, Dushanbe became the capital of the Tajik Soviet Socialist Republic, a part of the former Soviet Union. During this time, the Soviet Union focused on developing Dushanbe into a major cotton and silk processing center in Central Asia. Tens of thousands of people settled there, transforming this rural village into an administrative hub and the most developed industrial center in Asia. In 1991, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, Dushanbe became the capital of the independent country of Tajikistan. Today, the capital city Dushanbe continues to develop step by step. Additionally, Dusty Square is one of the most famous landmarks of the capital Dushanbe. At the center of the square stands a statue of Ismail Samani, made of gleaming gold that shines in the sunlight. Ismail Samani was the 10th ruler in the history of Tajikistan. The Ismail Samani statue is 25 meters tall, standing on a marble pedestal with 2 lions on either side symbolizing supreme power. In the king's right hand, he holds a crown with 7 gold stars, representing the Tajik people. Behind the statue, there are a series of magnificent structures, such as a stone pillar honoring the national emblem of Tajikistan, a history museum displaying ancient artifacts, works of modern artists, and wooden sculptures. Notably, the square is also home to the largest national library in Central Asia, covering an area of 45,000 square meters. The building, with a width of 52 meters and a length of 167 meters, houses 10 million books and 25 classrooms, and can accommodate up to 1,500 people. Furthermore, this place also owns a 165-meter high flagpole built in 2011. At the time of its completion, it was considered the tallest flagpole on the planet. In terms of people and religion, as of 2020, Tajikistan is home to nearly 10 million people, with the Tajik ethnic group accounting for over 80% of the population, while the remaining 20% consists of smaller ethnic groups originating from Uzbekistan, Russia, and Turkmenistan. However, the number of people from these smaller communities are decreasing significantly due to migration. Similarly, the official language in Tajikistan is Tajik, but Russian is widely used in business and government activities. Despite being a poor country, Tajikistan has a surprisingly high literacy rate, with estimated at 98% of the population able to read and write. Sunni Islam is recognized as the official religion by the Tajikistan government, with 98% of the Tajik population is Muslim, while the remaining 2% follow other religions. One interesting fact about Tajikistan is that the country is currently lacking men, partly due to many lost their lives in the civil wars of previous years, and partly due to Tajik men often have to migrate to Russia for work. It's estimated that around 1.5 million Tajik men come to Russia each year in search of work, due to the unemployment crisis in their homeland, where no matter how hard they work, they still not enough to make a living. As a result, Tajikistan has become a country where women are the majority. These women mainly work in agriculture, only a few work in companies, factories, or small businesses. They have to take care of their children, elderly parents, manage household chores, and solve all the issues that arise in everyday life. However, in this impoverished land, women are blessed with amazing beauty by God, a perfect blend of Asian, Indian, and European features. Most Tajik women usually have high noses, big and deep eyes, thick eyebrows, making them incredibly beautiful. This place is also considered one of the countries with the most beautiful women in the world. Just step out into the street, you won't have difficulty encountering beautiful women in Tajikistan. This country also has the tradition of kidnapping women for marriage. Although the number of adult women in Tajikistan is higher than that of men, it's quite unfortunate that about 1/3 of marriages in this country are the result of abduction and forced, with nearly 15,000 girls becoming targets of kidnapping by single men each year. There are two types of bride kidnapping in Tajikistan today. The first is when a young couple falls in love but is forbidden by their parents, so they stage a traditional bride kidnapping scene to fulfill their wish to live together. However, this type of case is very rare. The second type is more common, when the young man kidnapping the girl and takes her home, then tries to convince her to accept them as husbands. This happens more often. Young girls can be kidnapped while walking in the park, shopping mall, supermarket, on the street, or coming home from school, and in some cases, men even break into their homes to kidnap them. In that case, the girl will be held captive for several days, and in worse cases, the girls can be sexually assaulted. In a Muslim country, if a girl loses her virginity or spends the night at a stranger's house, she will be considered a bad girl. And even if she can escape from her kidnapper's house, she will never have the chance to find a decent husband. As a matter of course, the girl will have to become the wife of her kidnapper. It's estimated that about 80% of women helplessly resign themselves in accepting this fate. And if you don't know, let me reveal this to you. Tajikistan is a major drug hotspot on the Eurasian route. For over 10 years, Central Asia has played the role of a transit point for narcotics, from the poppy fields in Afghanistan to the consumption markets in Russia and Europe. Before reaching these two major markets, it has already spread death in many other intermediary countries, including Tajikistan, where shares a nearly 1,300-kilometer border with Afghanistan. The Pamir Highway, sometimes referred to as the White Powder Highway, because it witnesses hundreds of drug trafficking arrests every year. According to the United Nations data in 2003, Tajikistan authorities have seized over 5,600 kilograms of narcotics, which is believed to be equivalent to the entire population of Pakistan, with over 200 million people. This is truly alarming, because it is only a small portion of the total amount of drugs passing through the border. Tajikistan is home to the longest glacier in the world, the massive Fedchenko Glacier. This glacier stretches approximately 77 kilometers, with its deepest point can reach over 1,000 meters. Due to its abundance of beautiful unspoiled natural landscapes, tourism in Tajikistan has been booming in recent years. Every year, countless tourists from all over the world flock here to admire the natural beauty and explore the rich cultural heritage and hospitality of Tajikistan. This river starts at an altitude of 6,200 meters above sea level, then flows and merges into another river before flowing into the Aral Sea. The Fedchenko Glacier is also an ideal destination for adventurous visitors who enjoy activities such as mountain climbing and skiing. And with the cost of living in Tajikistan, you can comfortably spend your money. Thank you for watching the video. This is the story of Tajikistan. I'm Honey Badger. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive the latest videos. Now goodbye and see you in the next videos.